says we connected, so we should be on. We good. We're on the about page.
Oh, we on there?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what's up. Shalom.
Shalom. Shalom.
All right. GMS Carolinas, back at you with another live stream through the Spirit and Power of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Before we get started, I want to say, Call Halayim La, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakam Kadash. All right. Double honors to our elders and apostles of Great Millstone.
That's right.
Who taught us this truth. And double salutation to all you Akim out there laboring. The house of David that's pushing his word with all truth, righteousness, and sincerity. Shalom to you, brothers.
Shalom.
All right, man. We just gonna go in the spirit, man. You know, you see the title. You know, dealing with this Black Lives Matter. All right. It was never about you. All right, you Jakes out there. Okay, all of these black movements, Black Lives Matter, whatever the case is, man. It was never about you in the first place, man. Okay, all this shit was set up by Esau, man. Okay, so all of these movements were basically infiltrated, man. Okay, it was basically set up to keep you Jakes in a lower state, man. To keep you further destroyed than you already are, man.
Right.
You see that? And these leaders, like the brothers we was talking about, these leaders of the so-called Black Lives Matter, okay, are some damn transgenders, lesbians. You see what I'm saying? which is total contradiction, total hypocrisy, man.
Right.
You know, but you niggas out there, you can't see it, man. Okay, and you keep following these movements, man. All right, you're gonna be destroyed. Give me that one real quick. We're gonna hold that. Give me that one in Exodus about following out a multitude to do evil. If you got that, pull that up real quick, man. You know, because you Jakes, man. Here it is. If Black Lives so-called, I'm gonna say so-called, if so-called Black Lives really matter, then why are they not telling you the truth of who you are, man?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because we're not black. Okay? Nobody on the planet Earth is black. Nobody on the planet Earth is white, man. All right? We are the Hebrew Israelites, man.
That's right, bro.
Okay? You so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, Hispanics. All right? You are the descendants of the 12 tribes, man. You are the sons of the true living power, man. Okay, so if your so-called black life really mattered, they would be telling you these things. Like the brother said earlier, if so-called Black Lives matter, then hey, why the blacks lead the abortion rates, the highest level of abortion rates in the world, man?
Right. Why are you not protesting the abortion claims, man? Planned Parenthood things, man.
Right.
That's what it should be. Black Lives Matter, right? They killing life before it even come out, goddamn.
Right.
You know,
that's the leading cause of so-called black death is abortion, man. Right. You damn nigga women, man.
Right, but you're gonna remain black because you're void of the light, man.
That's right.
Okay, give me that real quick.
It's Exodus chapter 23, verse 2. Thou shalt not follow a multitude to do evil.
Right, so the Lord said, follow not a multitude to do evil, man. You niggas out there in the protests, all right, getting shot by rubber bullets in your face,
right,
by the cops, getting maced in your face. You know what I'm saying? Getting stomped out by groups of cops and shit. The Lord said, follow not a multitude to do evil, man.
Right.
Okay? That these movements ain't of the Lord, man.
Right.
You Jakes need to understand and stop being so damn simple, man.
And on top of that, it's not beneficial to nothing, man. Because what is you really accomplishing by going and marching, man?
Right.
Nothing, man.
That since Martin Luther King pretty much was marching, what has changed that benefited you Jakes, man?
Nothing, man.
Nothing. Because that whole civil rights movement wasn't even about you niggas, as the whole Black Lives Matter thing.
It got worse than anything.
Exactly.
It got worse.
Right.
Because our people was better when we were segregated from the rest of the nation. Man.
Exactly. Finishing that off, Exodus chapter 23 and 2, it says, thou shalt not follow a multitude to do evil.
That's right. Neither
shalt thou speak in a cause to decline after many to wrest judgment.
Right, that's the point, man. Okay, so you Jakes are going to find out because, hey, Esau's showing his horns, man.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, there was an article that came out yesterday about the 3 policemen that got fired in Wilmington, North Carolina. They were caught on their cop cameras, basically saying that, you know, we can't wait to start slaughtering you niggers.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And these were 3 cops that got caught.
Right.
All right. So this don't only just apply to them. Okay, right. This is how all Edomites feel in general, man.
And another,
you know,
to add on to what your point is that the activist, I don't know if brothers know about like that on Twitter, named Sean King. He exposed. Right. He's mainly the one bringing out all these Edomite atrocities against so-called black people. He discovered that on Facebook there was these cops that had a private group that was planning to assassinate him, man. Because he's bringing all that shit out about him, man.
Come on, man.
Hey, I got a precept real.
Go ahead, bro.
All right, Proverbs 10:8. He sitteth in the lurking places of the villages. In the secret places doeth he murder the innocent. His eyes are privily set against the poor.
Yep.
He lieth in wait secretly as a lion in his den. He lieth in wait to catch the poor. He doeth catch the poor when he draweth him into his net.
Right.
He croucheth and humble himself. Black Lives Matter. Esau's over.
It's a
there,
trap.
Right,
It's a trap. You know what I'm saying? He croucheth and humble himself, that the poor may fall by his strong one.
Right, because Esau, he's waiting, man. He cannot wait to unleash this wrath on you niggas, man.
Right.
All right, you 2/3 Jakes out there that don't want to come back to the Lord, man. That just want to do things on your own will, man. Thinking that you're gonna take matters in your own hands and get your life recognized and heard by this system. It ain't gonna work like that, man.
Right.
You see? Any more in there?
I can read some more.
Come.
He have said in his heart, Yahweh have forgotten. He hid his face. He would never see it.
Right, and that's how Esau feels, man. Esau feels in his spirit, okay, that the Lord has forgotten what he's done to the Israelites, man. All right, the genocide, the rape, robbery, the murder, okay, the theft of your nationality, you know, the many atrocities that we can list. All right, these devils think that the Creator has forgotten these things, man. All right, he's out of his damn mind. You see, and you see the Lord is putting that spirit of remembrance on Jake, that spirit arousing Jake up. You know, so we understand that there's going to be a clash soon.
Right, and you're seeing that because you're having a lot of these Edomites that's lashing out against, you know, this whole Black Lives Matter thing, man. A lot of these, you know, Karens, you know,
losing it.
And a lot of these Edomites in general are getting mad because they're tired of seeing anything about this Black Lives Matter, man. You know, they keep counting with all lives matter, man. You know, and so with that being said, like, they're pissed, man. So that's gonna make them come upon Jake too. I know you said that video about the police scanner.
Yep.
That's pretty much putting hits on these activists, man.
Yep.
You got the Edomites driving in the crowds and shit, man. You know,
Right.
they mad. They ready to get down with Jake, man, because they're tired. 'Cause the main thing I always like to say about Jake is, well, you never was a slave. I never owned slaves. So this shit doesn't apply to you. But hey, it's generations that's suffering from what your forefathers did.
Right.
Man, you know?
And they benefit from what their forefathers
Exactly.
did. That's what they call white privilege.
Exactly.
Yep.
Plus that their forefathers coming back and reincarnating.
Exactly.
That's right.
Isaiah 14:21.
That's
That's right.
Go ahead, brother.
Okay, this is Lamentations 4:17. It says, "As for us, our eyes have yet failed for our vain help.
Yep.
In our watching, we have watched for a nation that could not save us."
Right. You pleading to the same nation that put your ancestors in captivity.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The same system that has destroyed your people. Now you pleading to the system to acknowledge that your life matters.
Exactly.
You know, you got Jakes out there, you know, just talking to, you know, Jake in the world. You know what I'm saying? Like Jake feel like in his mind, for black people, we could go to the Supreme Court, we could sit down and we could talk this thing out, and we could figure out, you know, it ain't gonna work like that, man.
Right.
You know, these are the curses that the Lord put on our people, man. All right, America was set up to be your captivity, man.
That's right.
God.
Go ahead.
It says they hunt our steps that we cannot go into our streets.
It says they hunt our steps that we cannot go into our streets, man. This nigga got the COVID tracking system for everybody that's participating in these riots and protests. All right, he got the cops, you know, lurking.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because there was a video that the brothers had shared, you know, going into what was the North Carolina, South Carolina, and Minnesota, I guess, somewhere, Chicago. Yeah. All these shootings that's been happening in Chicago. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you got some 2/3 niggas out there that's doing it, but a lot of these is cops, man. These are trained militias that's going around in the hood shooting Jake, man.
They're angry.
They show you that in the first purge.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? But Jake, man, you niggas ain't gonna, man. Go ahead.
That's saying you have to cry to your captor that your life matters.
Right,
And show you don't,
That-
because like you
that
said,
don't matter.
you look at the long line of reparation that America has handed out to these other nations, man. You
Right.
ain't hearing so-called Japanese people crying to America about our lives matter. African people ain't crying, their lives matter. So it's on you so-called blacks, man. You know, really it's all the tribes. You in it too, but you don't hear these other heathens crying about their lives matter, man.
Right.
Showing you that they don't. But it says they hunt our steps that we cannot go into our streets. Our end is near. Our days are fulfilled for our end is come.
And the end is come. We in the last days right now, man. The Lord is about to use Esau to unleash his wrath, man. Revelation 12:12.
And just, you know, further add-on to that, because that's 2/3 mentality right there. Because they feel defeated because they don't have the truth with them. So they thinking that this is the end all be all. So they're pretty much in a, you know, kill or be killed mentality, because they don't understand that this is the judgment of the Lord, man. So they're fearful for their life, but they don't understand this is the Lord allowing Esau to do this to them, man.
Yep.
That's right, brother.
They
That's
don't
right.
got that. They don't got that hedge of protection.
They don't.
All right. Isaiah 31:1. Woe to them that go down to Egypt for help.
Right.
Yep.
And stay on horses and trust in chariots.
Yep.
They trust in their oppression.
Yep.
Right.
You know.
Yep.
That's right. Because they are many, and in horsemen because they are very strong. But they look not unto the Holy One of Israel.
Nope.
Neither seek the Lord, Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shah.
Yeah, because the Lord got his prophets on the highways and byways telling, you know, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans who y'all really is.
Right.
But y'all ain't hearkening to them. Instead, y'all want to crack jokes. Y'all want to, what is it, in 2 Chronicles, when they say they misuse the prophets?
Yep.
Yeah.
Y'all pretty much misuse the prophets, man. So at the end of the day, since y'all want to misuse the prophets, the Lord going to let Esau, you know, and these heathens or whoever, he gonna let them, you know, run a rug shot on y'all, man.
They gonna misuse you.
That's right.
The Lord gonna misuse you.
Yeah, right.
Right.
That's right, brother.
Well said, bro.
Come. You got anything else? Go ahead, grab that out.
Hey, this is Isaiah, the 9th chapter, and I'm gonna start at verse 13.
Come.
It says, "For the people turneth not unto him that smiteth them, neither do they seek the Lord Yahweh of hosts."
Right, which we just read, man. 2/3 of our people are not truly seeking out the Lord, man. They're trusting in their own power, their own strength. All right, they're seeking help from the system. You know, they're doing everything but coming back to their true power.
Right.
Okay, go ahead.
Verse 14, Isaiah 9:14. "Therefore the Lord Yahweh will cut off from Israel head and tail, branch and rush in one day."
Yep.
Verse 15. "The ancient and honorable, he is the head, and the prophet that teacheth lies, he is the tail."
Keep going.
Verse 16. "For the leaders of this people cause them to err."
It said for the leaders of this people, all right, you Jakes, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, Hispanics, it says causes my people to err, man. And that's these movements, man.
Yeah.
Especially these Black Lives Matters, man.
Right.
Okay, which was we brought out was the leaders of the group are some damn wicked ass dyke women, man.
Right.
Leading you to destruction, man.
Lesbians, man.
Damn lesbians, man. If that's not a shameful thing, I don't know what to call it, man.
Right.
That's a low thing, man.
Right.
Because if you see how the whole turn of events that happened with Black Lives Matter, man, you know, that shit went from being about so-called blacks, now they're showing you that it's about the LGBT community, man.
They hijacked.
They didn't hijack.
Right.
They hijacked your flag. They hijacked your symbol. They hijacked your whole protest. Now it went from Black Lives Matter. Now it's Trans Lives Matter. Now it's whatever else gender or whatever thing so-called people put on yourselves, man.
What you say earlier about it's destruction.
It's destruction,
Yeah.
man. Because like you got two lesbians or you got two males. How are you bringing back life, man? You quick to scream Black Lives Matter, but when you got the LGBTQ involved into it, how are y'all gonna say that's contradiction?
Right.
Because two men can't bring life and two women can't bring
Exactly.
life. So if Black Lives Matter, you gotta reproduce for life to even exist, man. So how can you be screaming Black Lives Matter, man?
Yeah, like I said, that go back to the abortion thing, man.
Right.
If that mattered, that would go hand in hand with that too, man. You'll be out there protesting against abortion clinics.
Quick precept.
It's all hypocrisy, man.
That's
right.
You know, it's a slap in you Jake's face,
Right.
man. You so-called Negroes out there, man. This Black Lives Matter thing is just a slap in your face,
Right,
man.
right.
And these devils are showing you that you don't matter, man.
Right.
Because Obama said it when he was in the office, man. That pretty much they gay on the new blacks, man.
Come on,
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
And if that's not disrespect, man. Come on, man.
Exactly,
And
bro.
then you said the leaders of the Black Lives Matter are 3 lesbians, right?
Come.
3 lesbian jakes, right? All right. Romans 1:26. "For this cause Yahweh gave them up unto vile affection. For even their women did change the natural use into that which is against nature."
Right. And lesbianism is real heavy amongst the Jake woman, man.
Yeah.
Amongst the tribes, man. It's a whole. We see. It's a lot of dykes, man.
Pretty much every woman is with that shit, man. Because I asked them. It was like, yo, they would let a woman, you know, turn them out, man. You know, so they're with that shit,
bro.
man.
Come on, man.
In that very, especially this generation, it's very few women you'll find that haven't been in a lesbian relationship.
Experiment, so-called. They'd be like, I experiment.
Especially when
It's
they go to
normal
college.
here. It's normal.
Well, not now, because that corona shut every damn thing down.
Come.
Back then, hell, when them bitches go to college and shit, what happened? They get turned out.
Look at their leaders. They push with that. You got Nicki Minaj.
Right.
You got
Cardi
Queen
B.
Latifah, Missy Elliott.
Right.
Hey, but that comes with that comes with black culture.
Black
though.
culture.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, if you think about black culture, it has no morals, it has no
No.
standards. You can do whatever you want, man.
Right.
That's a part of
It's
black culture.
it's a degenerate culture, man.
Degenerate culture, man.
You know.
I can read some more. Verse 27.
I have one more too.
Okay.
I
And
know
likewise, also the men, leaving the natural use of the woman, burn in their lust one toward another. Men with men, working that which is unseemly, and receiving in themselves
Basically,
that.
not being normal, right? Unseemly, basically, it's abnormal.
Right, because we know man and woman was created for each other, man.
Right.
And
Not
they were
male,
exactly.
female, female.
Right.
And a man's supposed to get with a woman to create life, man.
That's the whole
If a
purpose.
man gets with a man and a woman gets with a woman, they cannot create life. That's actually what is it? Decreation. Well, I can't think of it.
Depopulation.
Depopulation.
Because,
Thank you.
like I said, man, sex. The whole purpose of sex, man, is to reproduce, man.
Yeah.
You know?
Produce a life. That's right.
That
But
is-
see, Esau pretty much perverted, the act of sex, man.
Right,
Because
right.
it's really like the priest Amon said, man. It's to create life, man. It ain't really just to have pleasure.
Yeah.
The Lord made it to where you have that pleasure at the end, so you will want to do it again to keep creating, man.
Right, right.
You know?
Right. Get that good feeling, man.
Yeah.
Sexual healing, right?
Right.
It says, men with men, working that which is unseemly, and receiving in themselves that recompense of their error, which was met.
Right. That's why these people are bugged out. They're bugged out. That's why you got diseases on the rampant.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I'm
A
saying?
lot of these diseases, the homosexual community leaves a lot of
Yeah.
these
See what I'm
AIDS and
saying?
all that stuff, man.
That's why they got them commercials out now.
Right.
Man, you know what I'm
That's
saying?
judgment.
Yeah, that's judgment. You know.
All right, come. Verse 28 is the last one right here. And even as they did not like to retain Yahweh in their knowledge, Yahweh gave them over to a reprobate mind.
See that? The Lord gave these people. The Lord gave 2/3 of Jake over to a reprobate mind, man. To an abominable way of thinking, man.
Right.
You know, and that's why we getting on this Black Lives Matter shit, because really Black lives don't matter.
Right.
You know? A nigga might hear that statement and get all offended, man, but it's the truth, man.
right.
Black lives don't matter, man, because we ain't black, man.
I said
You know?
that at work the other day because we had in Charlotte you had a shootout with a bunch of niggas, on so-called Juneteenth and Father's Day, man. You know, so like I said, you always got people quick to scream Black Lives Matter when a cop killed a Jake, but when Jake killed Jake,
They don't say
but then when you called it out, you a coon though, man.
Yeah, it's like at the end of the day, if you gonna say that when you got these Edomite cops killing Jake, hey, if Black lives really did matter, like the priest said, when Jake rose on Jake, pretty much, hey, y'all should be coming out against that too, man.
But see, it goes in various forms though, because you got the same Jake that's out there screaming Black Lives Matter is the biggest dope dealer in the
Right.
hood.
Yeah.
Right.
Exactly.
He's not doing nothing to help for push that narrative that if Black Lives Matter, then you won't be helping destroy the community.
Right, like you damn celebrities, man.
Right.
That try to jump on the whole, but then these rappers, nigga, they put out the dope boy music, the trap music and shit. You know what I'm saying? Straight contradiction, man.
Yeah,
Right.
so Elder Yashawama did a video on that, pretty much going into that music puts vibration on people, and they said, and the science Esau said that drill music puts a demonic vibration on you,
Right.
Come on.
a negative vibration.
Just like the damn nigga T.I., you got a lot of blood on your hands, nigga, talking
Right.
about you think we live in Bible props. You damn right we live in Bible props for your ass watching the dog videos
Right.
and whatnot, man.
Right.
But that nigga one way it started with the trap music and
Right.
you know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Right.
Hey, it came out. He about to start teaching trap classes at some university. I don't know if it was Park Atlanta or some shit.
But then you got
Wow.
Jakes that actually, entertain this BS, man. Come on, bro.
Go ahead, bring that out.
Okay.
You bring that
Go
out
ahead,
next.
bring that.
Okay, kind of.
Started back up. Started back at
16.
16. By my shot.
Isaiah 9 and 16. I'm gonna get that definition for too.
Come.
Isaiah 9 and 16. It says, "For the leaders of this people cause them to err."
Mm-hmm.
All right, so I'm gonna go into that definition for the word err. All right, real quick, just to further drive the point home. So like,
Come.
pull it up.
Yep.
So I went into the word err. It says to wander, to go astray, to
Wow.
stagger.
Wow.
It says to wander about physically, of intoxication, of sin, ethically,
Intoxication of sin.
That's right.
Jake is drunk out here.
Drunk off of that wine of Esau.
Right.
That wine of Babylon.
And who's the main fault of that? Is these leaders, man.
Yep.
You know? Because like I said, you got the people from Black Lives Matter, you got these celebrities, and you got these people, and pretty much anybody in prominent status in America that's so-called Black, Latino, Native American, you are leading your people in error, man. You're leading them to destruction because you're not teaching them the true ways of the scriptures, man. So when you see us out here, man, we're the true protesters, man, because we're protesting to the person that matters, which is the Heavenly Father, man.
That's right.
You protested to Esau that your life matters when he's the one killing your ass, man. So if he killing you, why would he think your life matters, man?
Exactly.
That's why he infiltrated the shit.
Exactly.
And made it all about the alphabet community and not nothing about your black life so far.
Exactly.
Go ahead,
Isaiah 9:16, start back from the top.
Come.
It says, "For the leaders of this people cause them to err, and they that are led of them are destroyed."
Right, and you Jakes are destroyed, man.
Right.
To the point where now you talking about trans lives matter.
Right.
You know, sodomites matter and all of this nonsense, man. Okay, hey Jake, these movements were set up to keep you Jakes destroyed.
Right.
Man.
Absolutely.
Right.
You know, and you can't even see that in the spirit, man. Because Jake, the spirit that's on Jake, he just want to be accepted so bad by Esau and by the world, they'll accept anything just to be heard, man.
That's why I said they seek for a nation that cannot save them.
Come on, man.
Because like I said, Esau doesn't care about you, man. Because now you had that video where they're talking about defunding the police, man. These cops, you got cops quitting because they can't put you Jakes in them illegal chokeholds no more, man.
Yep.
So if you're seeing that should let you know that these people do not give a fuck about you,
man. Yeah, because every time you do say something about your life matter or getting shot by the cops, an Edomite is always going to come with a rebuttal. Well, all lives matter. Yeah, you know.
Exactly.
Well, maybe if he would stop a resisting arrest, he wouldn't get shot. Or if he went to jail, if the nigga went to jail, he probably meant to go to jail in the first place. You know, like they always try to paint the picture like everything is your fault. You know.
Hey, you actually had one problem, Edomite. He said. Building lives matter and shit. Burning down buildings.
Come on, man. This is folly, man.
Wow.
Go ahead.
That's how these devils look at y'all niggas, man. This is Isaiah chapter 9, verse 17. It says, "Therefore the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, shall have no joy in their young men, neither shall have mercy on their fatherless and widows."
Right. That's why you see the Israelite household is destroyed, man. It said that he shall have no mercy on the young men, like the brother said. Jake is constantly getting slaughtered in the streets, man. You know, that's the wrath and anger of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, man.
Absolutely.
Because you chose not to hearken unto him. Go ahead.
Continuing on, it says, "For everyone is an hypocrite and an evildoer."
It said everyone is a hypocrite and an evildoer, man. Going back to these movements, man. Like we said, it was never about you in the first place, man. And all these Black Lives Matters, all these black movements are nothing but hypocrisy, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Here it is. Like we said, the LGBT XYZ community then hijacked the shit, man, and they made it all about them.
Right.
Now, like they said, it was a comment on my channel. Some Jake had asked, he was like, "Why are they associating black people with gays, man?" Because there's an agenda, man.
Right.
You know, it was all about them in the first place. Yeah, like civil rights. You know, go ahead.
Because you had the article. This is off of tolerance.org, but it's pretty much a lesson that they're teaching for a course that says the role of gay men and lesbians in the civil rights movement. You know, and it says this lesson series introduces students to 4 key figures in the LGBT history who made incredible contributions to the civil rights movement: James Baldwin, Lorraine Hansberry, Polly Murray, and Bayard Rustin. And I think James Baldwin was the one that was Martin Luther King's right-hand man.
His writer, right?
You know,
wow.
Yeah. So he was the main. It's a lot of that's swept on the rug about that, man, because that shit is that's the reason why a lot of this is like this, man, because they use the civil rights, these so-called blacks, y'all movement, to push the LGBT thing.
Yeah, Jake, the so-called black people were a scapegoat for the LGBT community.
Right.
You know,
so you're in front, man.
Yeah.
But can you read that part again about this Jake being destroyed?
Isaiah 9 and I'm gonna start back at the top.
Okay.
9 and 17. "Therefore the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai shall have no joy in their young men, neither shall have mercy on their fatherless and widows. For everyone is an hypocrite and an evildoer, and every mouth speaketh falsehood." Matter of fact, you know what? Salakia, bro. Let me go back to 16. Salakia. That's in 16. Salakia. Isaiah 9 and 16. "For the leaders of this people cause them to err, and they that are led of them are destroyed.
Right, and this is a byproduct of that. This is Isaiah 51:20. Thy sons have fainted, thy light at the head of all the streets, as a wild bull in the neck. They are full of the fury of the Lord, the rebuke of thy power. And anybody want, y'all get it. It says, therefore, hear now this, thou wicked. It's like they're afflicted and drunken, but not with wine.
Yeah. Our people are afflicted and drunken, but not with wine, man. Okay, so that's going back to what? These philosophies, man. All right, these different religions, these ideologies, man.
Right.
You know, this wicked way of life, man.
Right.
Because Jake can't see that. First off, like we keep bringing out, the Lord ain't got the Lord's spirit is not within none of these movements, man.
That's right. That's right.
That's what Jake got to understand first and foremost, man. The Holy Spirit ain't with these movements, man. Okay, this is all the subtlety of the serpent, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And you know, it's spiritual, as we were talking earlier too. How Eve is on the forefront of all of this shit, man.
Right.
That's why Apostle Hard did the video, Your Woman is an Idiot, man. Because
Right.
here it is, Eve, she's in the midst of all of this shit, not knowing that all this stuff was set up. She's being set up for the trap. You know what I mean? And eventually, like Apostle Hart said, the Black Lives Matter is controlled by Edomites, man.
Exactly. George Soros.
George Soros, man.
And did you like you said, the civil rights movement was controlled by Edomites, whatever, right? Got a quick precept. Ecclesiastes 1:9. The thing that had been, it is that which shall be, and that which is done is that which shall be done, and there is no new thing under the sun.
So all this is the same. Like I said, this is nothing but the civil rights movement coming back with a new title, man. You know, and these women, you know, they're the forefront leading us into this like this because they can't. They're surface level, man. They can't see behind the scenes. Like the elder Manassas out by South Carolina did the video before he dealt with the Jamaican dude, and he was just asking the two Jake ladies, you know, do you know that Black Lives Matter is funded by George Soros? And all she said was, well, Black Lives Matter, that's all that matters. Not knowing that this nigga is destroying y'all, man.
See, a lot of these women, they go off their emotions, man.
Exactly.
So that's why, you know, they all caught up in this Black Lives Matter and all that BS, man. And see, that's just like going back to the garden with Eve and the serpent, man. He got Eve based off her emotions, man, saying that she could get all this power and all that BS, man. You know?
Get that too. Hold that up too. Genesis the 3rd chapter.
But I'm about to say real quick, but that just go to show you the damn woman ain't nothing but a goddamn follower at the end of the day.
That's right.
She want to set up the lead, man.
Yeah,
that's right.
You know what I'm saying? Before you get that Genesis 3, finish that out in Isaiah the 9th chapter.
I'm on the
17 through 18, and then we'll get that in Genesis real quick.
I got you. Isaiah 9:17, start back from the top again. Therefore the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai shall have no joy in their young men.
Nope.
Neither shall have mercy on their fatherless and widows. For every one is an hypocrite and an evildoer.
Right, all you Jakes that's in the midst of that, you nothing but hypocrites and evildoers, man. Okay, keep going.
And every mouth speaketh folly.
And every mouth speaketh folly, man. Because all these movements result to nothing, man. Nothing but folly.
Right. Like when Apostle Tahar, he had that video pretty much showing that Black Lives Matter protest, and you had this nigga woman, you know, leading, and she probably was like in her late teens, early 20s. She wasn't saying shit, man. She was pretty much just saying, she was saying when I say this and then saying a name of somebody that passed away. And that's it. And I'm sitting there just, exactly. I'm sitting there just looking at the video. I'm like, yo, you ain't bringing out no type of, you know, you don't got no substance to what you're saying.
Nothing.
You just saying a bunch of BS.
I seen when I was in Atlanta last weekend. I seen a protest walk by. And they pretty much were just holding signs of, you know, Black Lives Matter, and they'll say whatever Jake that died, they'll be like, you know, whoever the name is, Mike Brown or Trayvon Martin or whoever, Breonna Taylor.
But
that's it. But
anybody can do that.
Yeah, they're not telling that. And then like I was saying, I was like, what is that doing? Because anybody that's riding by, they honk the horn and ride by. Then what? What's changing from that, man? Nothing. That show you that don't mean nothing. March doesn't change nothing, man.
Absolutely. It says,
she like, I want because that word folly, I looked it up. It goes into senselessness, man. Disgraceful. Continual disgrace, man.
Because it makes no sense.
Right.
And then you said disgracefulness. Now, one of those protests, Apostle Gabar brought it out on this video, and Capo, you did too. When you had that nigga woman twerking in front of those police officers and all that. What the hell how is that? What does that got to do with anything?
Folly.
And niggas, that's folly. They egg their own too, man.
Yeah.
Of course, man, because you got these low-minded jakes out here, these simple-minded jakes out here, man. They don't know what the hell's going on, man.
You know, ultimately it's disgraceful because it's not doing anything with the Heavenly Father, man.
Absolutely.
That's right.
Ooh, perfect, man. Perfect precept. Acts 5:38.
Yep.
And now I say unto you, refrain from these men
Right.
and let them alone.
Right. The Lord said, refrain from these men, refrain from these movements, man. Okay, go ahead.
For if this counsel or this work be of men, it will come to naught.
Right, and it's coming to nothing because everything is being exposed, man.
Right.
You know that your
Right.
Black Lives Movement don't matter. You don't matter, man.
Right.
You know, keep going.
Verse 39. But if it be of Yahweh, why Yahweh shot,
Right.
ye cannot overthrow it,
Mhm.
lest happily ye be found, even to fight against Yahweh, why Yahweh shot.
Right, and that's exactly what they doing, man. They literally fighting against the Lord, man.
Yep.
Give me that one, the precept to link that up. Psalms 127 and verses 1 and 2. So pull that out real quick.
Because a lot of these protests, man, it's basically just gonna lead y'all to the slaughter, man.
Right.
It's gonna be a crowd of y'all jakes, you know what I'm saying, in one area, and they just gonna give Esau, you know, the mindset to just come and spray y'all down at one time.
We already got the COVID tracking shit up.
Exactly.
You know what I'm
Right.
saying? They said everybody that's in this protest, you already marked and tracked. They got the COVID
Right.
tracking shit
Right.
on your cell phone.
Right.
So Esau, he ready to roll, man.
It was
Right.
it was a mayor. I forgot what city it was from, but he pretty much said that he's gonna assume that everybody that's out there protesting already got the COVID. Man.
See?
Come on, man.
See?
Pretty much. And this is the book of Psalms 127, verse 1 and 2. A song of decree of Solomon. Except the Lord Yahweh Shah build a house, they labor in vain.
Right. So these movements that you participating in is
Right.
all in vain, because the Most High, the Spirit of Yahweh Shah, is not behind that. Read that again.
Hey, Psalms 127 and 1. Except the Lord Yahweh Shah build the house, they labor in vain that build it.
Yep.
Except the Lord Yahweh Shah keep the city, the watchman waketh, but in vain.
Mhm.
Verse 2, it is vain for you to rise up early, to sit up late, to eat the
The
bread
Lord
of
said,
sorrow.
wait, you appointed me, right? Say,
Right.
rise up. See?
Right.
Come on, man.
Come, bro. 127, Psalms 127 and 2. It is vain for you to rise up early, to sit up late, to eat the bread of sorrows, for so he giveth his beloved sleep.
Right. So the point is that is all of this shit is vanity, man.
Right.
Right.
You know. Go go back to that too.
Come on. Isaiah 9. I'm gonna go try to jump where I left off. It says, for everyone isn't, this is Isaiah 9 and 17.
Come.
For everyone is an hypocrite and an evildoer,
Yep.
and every mouth speaketh folly.
Yep.
For all this, his anger is not turned away, but his hand is stretched out still.
Right. His hand is still stretched out,
Right.
meaning the Lord is still giving you an opportunity to get the truth, man.
That's right.
The
Right.
prophets, the men of the Lord are still out on the scene prophesying to give you the truth.
Right.
You know, so the Lord still has his hand stretched out, you know, because you got some jakes out there that might really think that these movements are really about something, man,
Right.
and they're not.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The Lord willing, the ones that, you know, see the videos, snap out of that shit and come into the truth, man.
Right.
You know, and see that's not the way. Come on, man.
Isaiah 9 and 18. For wickedness burneth as the fire.
Come.
It shall devour the briars and thorns, and shall kindle in the thickets of the forest. And they shall mount up like the lifting of smoke.
Right. So the bottom line is that eventually 2/3 of Jake gonna get melted, man.
That's right.
You know?
Facts.
2/3 of Israel, as it prophesies, they gotta go, man.
Right.
You know, 2/3 of our people are the problem, man. You know, and that's why the Lord is going to cleanse the house of Israel, man.
That's right.
You see? But give me that one in Genesis we were holding too. Because we were saying how, you know, Esau, he knows that he can get Eve, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Eve is in the so-called black woman. She's the leader. She's the leader today.
Right.
And look at the results of that shit, man. That's why it wasn't set up for the woman to lead the nation, man. You know, because what comes out of that is nothing but wickedness, folly, hypocrisy. You know, it's shamefulness, man. You know, to have the damn two Butch Dykes as the leaders of this damn movement, man. That doesn't even make any sense, man. You know, you going backwards, man. You defeating the whole purpose of your stance, man.
They don't even care about themselves. What makes you think they care about?
That's what I'm
anybody else?
saying, and that's why these Esau and these nations they don't take Jake seriously. You know, they don't take these damn movements seriously, man. It's a joke, man. You know, but give me that real quick, Genesis 3, and then just read 1 through 3. Bible show.
This is Genesis 3 and 1. Now the serpent was more subtle than any beast of the field,
Yep.
which the Lord Yahweh Shemel Shai had made.
Right. So it said that the serpent, you know, going back to that serpent seed, going back to Cain, really, You know, it said that he was more subtle than any beast in the world. You know, going back to that subtlety, that craftiness, man.
Yep.
Deceptive, man.
And that's proof to show you that's Esau now. Because he's doing the same thing with this whole COVID vaccine, you know, the whole Black Lives Matter movement, everything that he pushes that makes it seem like it's for the benefit of you Jakes, when it's actually for the destruction. That's showing you that deceitfulness, that's showing that he's a serpent, man.
Yeah, he's a serpent.
And that goes, and just to, you know, harp on that point, pretty much, that was at the beginning with Eve and the serpent. Yep. So you don't think the Lord would play that out at the end? So the same thing is going on now, man. Right before the Lord takes this shit out, man.
That's
right.
right.
For my rude speech.
No, you good, bro.
It says, and that he made him more subtle than any beast of the field was the Lord Yahweh Shemel Shai have made. And he said unto the woman, yea, have Yahweh Shemel Shai said, ye shall not eat of every tree of the garden?
God.
And the woman said unto the serpent, we may eat of the fruit of the trees of the garden,
God.
but of the fruit of the tree which is in the midst of the garden, Yahweh Shemel Shai have said, ye shall not eat of it, neither shall ye touch it, lest ye die.
Right. So going into the scripture, you know, Eve was beguiled by the serpent, man.
Right.
She ate of that fruit, that philosophy, that left-hand knowledge, whatever the case may be. It's the same thing that's happening now. That's why Esau has infiltrated these movements. He's put the so-called black woman in the forefront, and she's eating that shit up, man.
Right. Because you got a lot of Christians and people in the world that hear that and think that it's talking about an apple, but that so-called apple is actually the philosophies, you know, that they push now, man. You know, women's rights, you know, religion, Christianity, everything that's anti-Yahweh Shemel Shai, anti the ways of the Lord. That's what Eve was getting put in her ear, man. That's what they're doing now, man. Right. You know, because you got a lot of these people of Jake households getting led by women. So it's the same thing that it's falling into, man.
Hey, matter of fact, I got a precept for you since you said that. Jeremiah 31:22. Yep. How long wilt thou go about, O thou backsliding daughter? For the Lord Yahweh have created a new thing in the earth. Yep. A woman shall compass a man.
There you go. And that's playing out today. Yeah. Which is resulting to the destruction of Jake. Yeah. You see? Finish that out into to verse 6 in Genesis 3 real quick.
If I could have a perfect example of that, is how the women is destroying the men. Because look who's the main forefront of that is. You got Dwayne Wade and Gabrielle Union.
Right. And you can tell me what the parents
she pressured that dude into making his son like that, man. Cause that's not even her biological son, but now you seeing him prancing around all throughout social media, being all gay, man. You know. But like I said, before he got with her, that little boy was a boy, man. You know. So that shows you that women, they corrupt the minds of men.
Exactly. That transformer spirit is being pushed heavy on Jake, man. All these celebrities transforming their sons into damn women and shit, man. Yep. You know? But go ahead. I'll finish that out real quick. Start at where you stopped at?
You said Genesis?
Genesis 3 and
I stopped at 3.
Yes. Read 2 and read down. Start at 2 again and read down to 6 real quick.
All right. Just Genesis 3 and 2. And the woman said unto the serpent, we may eat of the fruit of the trees of the garden, but of the fruit of the tree which is in the midst of the garden. Yahweh Shemel Shai have said, ye shall not eat of it, neither shall you touch it, lest you die. Yep. And the serpent said unto the woman, ye shall not surely die.
Right. So he lied to her. Right. Yeah, this is when Eve was beguiled. Go ahead.
Right.
It says, for Yahweh Shemel Shai doeth know that in the day ye eat thereof, then your eyes shall be opened, and ye shall be as gods, knowing good and evil.
Keep going.
And the woman saw that the tree was good for food, and that it was pleasant to the eyes.
Because she felt that power that came with that that lie, you know. Absolutely. Whatever it was that the serpent gave her, you know what I'm saying? That left-handed energy, that philosophy. You see? Keep going.
And a tree to be desired to make one wise, she took of the fruit thereof and did eat. And gave also unto her husband with her, and he did eat.
Right, so like the scriptures say, through the woman we all die, man.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? And look at the results of that today, man. You got to see the serpent is beguiling Eve all over again, man. Yep. Through these feminist movements, okay, these women rights. Yep. You know, putting the woman over the man, destroying the Israelite family household. All that stuff is being played out to this day, man. Exactly. And Jake can't see that. You know, go ahead.
This is Sirach 25 and 24. Of the woman came the beginning of sin.
Of the woman became the beginning of sin, man. Go ahead.
And through her we all die.
And through her we all die, man. To this very day, Jake is being destroyed because of that damn woman, man.
They're being set up.
Being set up, man. But you got these vagina worshiping 2/3 niggas that can't see that, man.
Simp and beta males.
Yeah, simp beta male niggas out there that put the woman on the damn platform pedestal, and look where it's gotten you, man.
Right. Queen of Heaven.
It's destroyed you. It's destroyed your nation, man. The woman was not set up to lead, man.
Point blank.
Point blank, period,
I
man.
had a quick
Go ahead, man. Go ahead.
Deuteronomy.
And homie, that I one that Isaiah, we was bringing out Isaiah the 3rd chapter on down,
I'm all right.
8 through 15, I think it was. But go ahead, Slide.
No, you good, brother. Deuteronomy 28 and 56. The tender and delicate woman among you, which would not adventure to set the sole of her foot upon the ground for delicacy and tenderness.
Right, because the woman used to be feminine.
Yeah.
So at one point, you know,
Yeah.
but better than what she is today.
Right.
You know, go ahead.
Her eye shall be evil toward the husband of her bosom.
Her eye should be evil toward her husband of her bosom, man. And you see how these women are, man.
Right.
The spirit, that feminist Queen of Heaven spirit is the hate men.
And
you know,
and that spirit was personified through the Willie Lynch letter, man. He said in the letter he was going to put the woman against the man. Because the woman gets treated better than the man, you know. So the woman will raise up her son to be weak, man. That's exactly how society does now.
And look at the Israelite man today.
Exactly.
They raise them up to be physically strong but mentally weak.
Yeah.
And you know what a prime example of that? Look at goddamn Steph Curry. Look at his mama raised him, man. Look at his damn wife, what his name? Aisha or whatever. Remember when she came out last year or whatever? But she was mad because other men wasn't looking at her. She was jealous of goddamn Steph Curry because how the women was coming on to him or whatnot. But then she done had 3 kids. She done gained weight. She done passed the damn prime or whatever. Now, you know what I'm saying, she jealous because she ain't want no other goddamn men. She want men attention or whatever. So yet you got a husband though.
And on top of that, to show you that how the women are hypocritical, now you got her, she was shaming women in the past for showing her body on social media. Right. Now she lost all this baby weight. Now she on that thirst trap and shit, man.
Come on, man. That's how
I'm gonna show you, man. These women are not meant to lead. I had just real quick. Add on Capo's point, so you know we back everything up. Our scriptures ain't no emotional rape.
Right.
But women's not made to lead. This is 1 Corinthians 11:3. For I would have you know that the head of every man is Hamashiach, and the head of the woman is the man, and the head of Hamashiach is Yahweh. So the woman is set up to be under the man. That's in Genesis, and that's showing you that's the order of the household, man. So Esau has successfully took the woman and put her as the head, and the man as under the woman. That's why the Israelite family structure is fucked up, man.
It's destroyed, man. But that goes back to what we just read in Genesis the 3rd chapter.
Exactly.
Going back to the subtlety of the serpent, man.
Right.
The serpent is still beguiling the woman today, man.
Right.
Yeah.
You see that?
Yep.
Right. Hey, I had a quick one right quick. This in the King and this King David speaking, man. Just letting you know, hey, from a woman, we was born in sin. Backing up what you said, what's using the apocrypha, the scriptures you brought up.
Sirach 25.
Sirach 25. This is just a quick one, a prayer of King David, Psalms 51 and 5. It's straight to the point. Behold, I was shapen in iniquity, and in sin did my mother conceive me, man. So let you know off the bat, man, that in a woman it's inequity first and foremost, and that she can't be the head because. As in that prayer, King David was saying, like, I know I was born in sin through the woman. You know what I'm saying? And so that's why we wash us and we thank the Most High for the knowledge and the truth and understanding. Man.
Job said, I forget the chapter. He said, a man born of a woman is full of iniquity, man. You know,
right.
Paraphrasing.
Right.
So it's inevitable.
I got one quick. Sirach 25 and 25. Give the water no passage, neither a wicked woman liberty to gad abroad.
Right.
So women, you're not even supposed to be out there protesting, man. You know, if anything, that's the man's job, man. But who's the main one in the forefront doing that? Is you women, man.
She a man now.
Yeah, because remember the Yashimama did a video a long time ago. It said the dyke woman is the new man.
Yeah, right. That goes back to the scripture we brought out earlier. Women shall compass a man.
Yeah, because these women think they do it, man. You got the typical prototype lesbians, which the Jadakiss looking dykes, man.
Right.
The baby looking dykes. Right. Those are the prototypes, but those are the new niggas, man.
You're right.
And those women are more masculine than most of these dudes out here now.
And that's vital too because you got Jake out there screaming Black Lives Matters, and a lot of them don't even know that there's 2 lesbians in charge of the damn protest, man. You know what I'm saying? And like how we was joking earlier, man, you got 2 women out there. If a damn spider or a lizard come out there, they gonna be terrified out their goddamn mind. But you niggas ready to get behind, Black Lives Matter, Black Lives Matter. But these 2 women is weak, man, and we going through various scriptures showing you how the Lord didn't set these women up to be the heads, man. And you peons is following behind women and don't even know what y'all following, man. You know?
Yeah, bro. It's through. This is Salaki. This is Isaiah 3 and verse 8. And it reads, "For Jerusalem is ruined, and Judah is fallen."
Right, it said Jerusalem is ruined. Okay? You niggas out there are ruined, man. All right? From the so-called Negro down to the so-called Mexican, man. All 12 tribes, man. 2/3 of our people are ruined, man. Okay? We say it all the time. Have you seen niggas lately, man?
That's right.
Yeah, just take a good look at them, man. Ruined. Go ahead, read it again.
This is Isaiah chapter 3, verse 8. "For Jerusalem is ruined, and Judah is fallen.
Yep.
Because their tongue and their doings are against the Lord Yahweh."
Right, see, you contrary to your power, man. That's why you're destroyed, man.
Right.
Like it tells you, Hosea 4 and 6, you know, my people are destroyed for the lack of knowledge, man. You know? Keep going.
Hey, can I say something?
Go ahead.
And in that script, too, it says Jerusalem, like Israel as the whole.
Yep.
And then it says Judah specifically because Judah is supposed to be the head tribe, man.
Right.
And what do everybody want to be like? The so-called African-American man. Everywhere you go, Judah, the head tribe, and they said because of their doings, man. And you look at it, nobody go harder to be a nigga than African American, man. They take pride in that shit, man. I'm a real nigga.
Judah is in the forefront of sodomy, transformism, anything like you said, anything that has to do with wickedness, drugs, rap music, rebellion, everything, man. Judah's the head of that shit, man.
Right.
You know, everybody follows suit, man.
Anything that has to do with Yahweh Shema Shai, they don't want no parts of it.
Right.
They just want to do their own thing. They want to, just be wicked, be rebellious, you know.
But it's like that on the righteous level too. With Judah, Judah woke back up and see how
Isaiah 48 and 1. Keep going.
Isaiah 3 and 8. "For Jerusalem is ruined, and Judah is fallen, because their tongue and their doings are against the Lord Yahweh, to provoke the eyes of his glory." Verse 9. "The shew of their countenance doth witness against them, and they declare their sin as Sodom, they hide it not."
Right, so going back to what we were speaking on earlier.
Wow.
Now you got this system, this Babylonian system, setting up rules and regulations in place to protect transformers and sodomites, man, in the workplace or whatever, man.
Right.
So this is that prophecy being fulfilled. They legalized, gay marriages in all 50 states. When Obama was in office, so that's them declaring their sin as Sodom and hiding it not.
Because now that they're, I know, like a couple years ago, they was pretty much trying to get beginning stages of mandating, it'd be single bathrooms where it's not a man or woman bathroom. Because pretty much,
unisex bathroom.
Yeah, they're pretty much saying it's taboo to call somebody by their gender. Because now they got over 50-something genders or whatever.
Wow.
100-something, whatever. It's so many. So they're saying pretty much, because they had an article come out, Esau pretty much said that women are now considered fantasy. Now. So
more confusion.
That's showing you. They declare that shit in Sodom, man.
Read that again out.
This is Isaiah chapter 3, verse 9. "The show of their countenance doth witness against them, and they declare their sin as Sodom. They hide it not." That's why they got Pride Month.
Everything is about pride.
Exactly.
Black Lives Matter. Now it's about gay pride.
Right.
Like we said, it was never about you niggas, man, in the first place. You were used as a scapegoat to get legal rights for gays, man, and transformers. You should be pissed off at that.
I got another article real quick.
Want me to finish this up?
Yeah, finish that out. Salaki.
It says, "They declare their sin as Sodom, they hide it not. Woe unto their soul."
Woe unto your soul, man. And this place is destined for destruction, man. There ain't no God bless America, none of that, man. Okay, the Lord said, "Woe unto their soul," man. That's destruction. Go ahead.
It says, "For they have rewarded evil unto themselves."
So through all of that pride and all of that shit talking, man, you have rewarded evil in yourself. Once the support ruled that legislation into play, that was it for this place, man. You know what I'm saying? Get your article out. Give me June 1 to 7.
Off of lifeisnews.com. It says, "Did you know Black Lives Matter supports abortion, homosexuality, anti-family agenda?" It says many.
So how's that Black Lives Matter?
Right.
Straight hypocrisy, man. Go ahead.
It says many are surprised to discover Black Lives Matter anti-family manifesto. It says while Black Lives Matter seems to be on the outside to be a social justice organization that aims to further the rights of African Americans.
It said it seems, right? It seems to be like that. That's the illusion they put out there. That's the front. Go ahead.
Many are surprised to discover that the group has an alarming pro-abortion, pro-homosexual, and anti-family agenda at the core of its mission to remake America.
Damn, that's the core of their mission, man. To destroy the family, to promote sodomy and transformism. You know what else it said?
All of that is anti-life.
Anti-family.
And anti-family, which is all anti-life.
And peep this, it gets further.
Go ahead, Doc, go ahead.
In this online manifesto titled, "We Are What We Believe," the Black Lives Matter organizers Patrice Khan-Colors, Alicia Garza, and Opal Tometi, these are the three lesbians that we spoke on earlier. This is their direct quotes. It says, "Say they and their followers disrupt the Western prescribed family. They also say that we have freed themselves. That's like they have freed themselves from heteronormative thinking and demand reproductive justice. We disrupt the Western prescribed nuclear family structure requirement by supporting each other as extended families and villages that collectively care for one another, especially our children, to the degree that mothers, parents, and children are comfortable in their roles." So these are the direct words telling you that pretty much they're not with man and woman creating family. You can pretty much do whatever you want. You know, so these are the same people that telling people that your child, you can't classify what your child is when it comes out the womb, man.
Wow.
It's illegal for you to tell your child that you're a boy or girl. They want the child to choose it, man.
Wow.
That's wicked, man.
Babylon,
Wicked.
man. Babylon. And Esau took some dirty ass, wicked ass Israelite women, set them up to lead you Jakes to destruction, man.
Yep.
Yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
No, keep going.
I just got a quick one right quick.
Go ahead.
Man, back off the article and what bro was bringing out in that Isaiah 3 and it says, "Woe unto their soul." This is 2nd Esdras 15 and 24. It says, "Woe to them that sin and keep not my commandments, saith the Lord. I will not spare them. Go your way, ye children, from the power. Defile not my sanctuary." Because it's mostly Jake, man. And where judgment gonna start at, man? At the house of Israel. That's why the Lord say he ain't woe to y'all, man. He's not gonna spare y'all, man. And say defile not his sanctuary, man. Because a lot of y'all are Israelites out there, man. All right, and this is defiled to the sanctuary of the Lord. How about Shema Shai, man?
And a lot of you people don't understand that sanctuary is synonymous with temple. You are the temples of the Most High, man, because His Spirit dwells within you. So when you go into these wicked philosophies and idolatry and all that, you're defiling His temple with wicked spirits, man. So ultimately, you're breaking that commandment the Lord said, man.
Time, bro. Let me finish. This is the last verse. 2nd Esdras 15 to 26. "For the Lord knoweth all them that sin against Him, and therefore delivereth He them unto death and destruction."
Come on,
man.
man.
Somebody got to play the 2/3, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? This is all a part of the Lord's will,
That's
man.
right.
And we're seeing that with this movement, because this movement is heading towards death and destruction. I'm going to continue on. It says, "We foster a queer affirming network when we gather. We do so with the intention of freeing ourselves from the tight grip of heteronormative thinking, or rather the belief that all in the world are heterosexual, unless she or he or they disclose otherwise they continue. We deserve and thus demand reproductive justice, i.e. abortion, that give us autonomy over our bodies and our identities, while ensuring that our children and families are supported, safe, and able to thrive," which is pretty much them putting the creature over the creator. Because now they're pretty much saying that it's not the Most High's duty to determine what they are and what they do. They can pretty much do as thou wilt, man. Showing you that they're pushing this satanic agenda, man.
Right. So that anti-Messiah spirit is heavy, man. It's moving heavy because we're in the time of the end. Go ahead. I'll jump back to that.
Damn, that's heavy, man.
What
Give me Jude 1 and 7 real quick, and then jump back to Isaiah 3 and 9 and read down to 15.
You said that Isaiah 3. I got it.
Jude 1 and 7. Even as Sodom and Gomorrah and the cities about them in like manner, giving themselves over to fornication and going after strange flesh, are set forth for an example, suffering the vengeance of eternal fire.
Right, so Sodom and Gomorrah was set forth as an example of how not to live, man. All right, and America, Babylon, has gone down that same route, man.
Right.
So this place is destined for destruction, man.
That's right.
All right, that's why as we move toward the end, you can see this place and the people in it are getting more prouder.
Yep.
More folly is being exalted. Yep. All right, and more hypocrisy and wickedness is taking place, man. So we see that the Lord is setting this place up perfectly to be destroyed, man.
That's right.
This is definitely, like it tells you in Revelation, this place is known as what? Sodom and Egypt.
Yep.
You see what I'm saying?
Yep.
So there's no denying that, man. Okay? That's why, this, like I mentioned, once the Supreme Court put that in law, give me Daniel's 8:25. Okay.
If I can add to you real quick.
Go ahead.
Getting that, because we always been saying this, man. It's gonna come a time, because they're already making it to where they want to pass legislation to where if a straight man refuses to deal with a transgender because they're a transgender, they want to make that a law to where they have to do that, man. So it's gonna come a time to where straight men are gonna be outlawed, man. They're gonna make you deal with that.
Hey, that's a part of the unrighteous decrees, man.
Yeah.
Right,
That's not righteous, man.
Right.
It's the Daniel's 8:25. And though his policy also he shall cause craft to prosper in his hand.
But that's Esau, man. Through his policies, his laws, legislations, his rules, okay, he causes craft to prosper in his hand, man. Going back to these laws that are being geared to these sodomites and transformers, man. You know, this is how he does that through his policies, man. He writes this shit in law and it's in effect, man. You know.
I got a quick one.
Go ahead.
Isaiah chapter 10 verse 1.
Yep.
Woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees.
Woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees, man. Okay, so woe, it said woe unto them. Death and destruction unto them, man.
That's right.
Go ahead.
And that right grievousness which they have prescribed.
Which right grievousness which they have prescribed, man. So now, like they said, now the gay man and the transformer is the new black person.
They got rights before you did.
That's crazy.
Right.
That's grievousness, man. You know? Now it's legal, you know, for a pedophile to be a pedophile, man.
Right.
Now being a pedophile is a sexual orientation.
Right.
Wow.
That's grievousness, man.
Wow.
That's why it tells you in Peter that Lot was vexed with the filthy conversation of the wicked, man.
Right.
We are Lot back. We're in Lot's seat, man.
Right.
We sit here and we have to see this shit, man. This is crazy, man.
Vexing, man.
Vexing. Any more?
Finishing off that Daniel's 8:25.
Go ahead.
One more precept just to land back, because this Black Lives Matter thing is hypocritical, because the laws that they're giving these rights to these motherfucking faggots, man, that they go against the Heavenly Father. This is his word. This is Leviticus 18 and 22. Thou shalt not lay with mankind as with womankind. It is an abomination.
Yep. Abomination, man.
Right.
I got it.
And so that goes to show that them niggas are what, when Common and Tiffany Haddish was out there, like they shouldn't have been in that spirit. They should have been full of the scripture, man.
True nation,
instead
man.
of being
True
in some
nation,
what were they saying?
Man, they were groupies, man. Hey, they were pandering to celebrities,
right,
man.
Right.
You know, just like El Pascal Ball was bringing out, man. They're pandering to
They would be
respectable persons, man.
They tell you not to withhold your sword from blood, man.
That's right.
You know?
That's right.
Exactly, man.
I got a quick one. Hey, I might as well bring it out.
Jump back to Isaiah 3.
Since we getting on. Deuteronomy 23:1. You know, this goes to those moles out there, man. Because at the end of the day, this is what they pushing. You know, but those transformers, man, this is what they pushing, man.
That's right.
Now they're saying what? Black trans lives matters and all that.
Black queer lives
whack,
matter,
man.
black
You know?
trans lives, yeah.
All
Right.
abomination.
All
Abominations, man.
Well, let-
Next thing them niggas will be pork matters. Niggas will be saying everything.
They saying that anyway.
Right. Hey, but let's see what the Lord got to say about that, man. So this is Deuteronomy chapter 23, verse 1. I just want to prove this point. He that is wounded in the stones or hath his privy member cut off shall not enter into the congregation of the Lord Yahweh. Hashem Yahweh Shai.
Hey, read that again, brother.
This is Deuteronomy chapter 23, verse 1.
Yeah, like bro said, it's for you transformers, man.
Right,
All
man.
right, cutting your rod off.
Yep.
Right.
All right.
And I'm going to get into that word. It
You
says,
ain't gonna be on the chariots, man. You gonna be up to the elect, man.
Fact.
Elect
God
on the
doesn't
shit like
love,
that, man.
God doesn't love homosexuals, man.
Huh.
Not at all.
Scriptures.
That's right.
It says, Deuteronomy 23:1. It says, he that is wounded in the stones or hath his privy member cut off.
And they know it's why I talk privy member.
Matter of fact,
I
I get right into it.
Right.
So to go into that word privy, right?
Right.
Just to prove that we're not making this up. So going into the definition, it says pretty much for that word privy, it says penis, urethra, male organ.
That's how you gotta say it. That's how you gotta say it.
gotta say right there, brother.
And I'll put it in the.
So
put
that
it
lets you
in
know
there.
that, you know, that's not of the Lord.
I don't know if y'all can see that, but
And like the brother Kabah said earlier, man, that's actually bringing forth death. That's stopping your black lives from mattering, from even coming into the world, man.
Right.
Because gay people can't reproduce, man.
That's a part of that. That's a part of the depopulation plan. Man.
Exactly.
Even on the Slack, even on the Google, when you Google the word privy, it says sharing in the knowledge of something secret or private. Your damn private part.
Yeah, they call it
your damn private
when you
parts.
young. Hey, when you young growing up, they used to call it your private parts.
Yeah, they say that. They say
Your
that.
privy
They
parts.
say-
Your privy parts.
Right.
That's what it goes into.
Come,
That's showing you that's what that is, though.
Yep. Continuing on, it says, he that is wounded in the stones, or have his privy member cut off, which we already proved what the word privy means, shall not enter. Let me say that again. Shall not enter
That's
into
right.
the congregation of the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashim.
So Transformers are finished, man.
Right.
All right. No matter how many laws that you sign in effect for them, man, they ain't gonna make it. Okay. That shows you that God don't love everybody like they like to push, man. You know, like
It's in the law. It's in the
1
law.
Corinthians 6 and 9, man. You know.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
This Second Timothy 2 and 3. That's like 3 and 1. Thus, this know also slacking, that in the last days perilous times shall come, showing you in the last days.
Right.
For men shall be lovers of their own selves,
Right.
covetous,
Heavy.
boasters, proud, blasphemers, disobedient to parents.
And you said pride, right? Gay pride, right?
We in the
You know what I'm
so-called
saying?
pride,
man. Come on, black pride, man.
You
Come
know?
on, man.
This-
Death pride, man.
Death pride, that's what
Death
it is.
pride.
Facts.
Called.
Disobedient to parents, unthankful, unholy, which our people are hell of unholy, man. It says, without natural affection, truth breakers, false accusers, incontent, fierce, despisers of those that are good, traitors, high-minded, or high-minded, lovers of pleasure more than the lovers of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, having a form of godliness but denying the power thereof, from such turn away. You know, and that's Black Lives Matter in the whole, man.
Right.
That's right, bro.
Yep.
That's right.
Because these people don't believe in the Lord at all, because they're trying to take matters to their own hands, man.
Right.
See?
Right.
That's
See?
You got it.
Going back into Isaiah, the 3rd chapter, and going to the 9th verse, it says, the shoe of their countenance doth witness against them,
Come.
and they declare their sin as Sodom. They hide it not. Woe unto their soul, for they have rewarded evil unto themselves. So the Lord gonna bring a lot of evil towards them, man.
He doing it now.
They say part of the evil that he's bringing for you homos is that disease, man.
Kind, absolutely.
Come.
Isaiah chapter 3 verse 10. Say ye to the righteous, that it shall be well with him, for they shall eat the fruit of their doings.
Give me Proverbs 1:31 real quick.
All right.
You know, just add on to that. Then we're gonna keep reading in that Iron Walk.
Okay. Isaiah 3 and 11.
Come on here.
Woe unto the wicked, it shall be ill with him.
It said, "Woe unto the wicked; it shall be ill with him." Go ahead.
For the reward of his hands shall be given him.
Now give me that Proverbs 1.
Therefore shall they eat of the fruit of their own way,
Yep.
and be filled with their own devices.
Right. So the Lord, you're gonna eat the fruit of your own way, man. So if you chose to take that route, being a transformer, a sodomite, you know, whatever the case may be, hey, you gonna eat the fruit of your doing, man. You're gonna be led to destruction, man. That's why it tells you in Isaiah 3 and 10 that say ye to the righteous that it shall be well with him, man. All right, going into the elect, man. The men of the Lord, the 144,000, the 1/3, man.
Yep.
Okay, the ones that Yahweh Shem Yahushua is gonna have mercy upon, man.
Yep.
It's gonna be well with them, man. But for the rest, you finish, man.
Through.
You know. Keep going. Jump back into that.
All right. Isaiah 3 and 12. As for my people, children are their oppressors,
Yep.
and women rule over them.
And women rule over them, which we were just getting into earlier, man. These black women, these Israelite women, were set up to rule over Jake, man. You know, they're in the forefront of all these movements, man, pushing nothing but wickedness and folly, man.
Yep.
You know, pushing that Queen of Heaven feminist spirit, man.
Yep.
Right.
You see? Keep going.
It says, and women rule over them, O my people, they which lead thee cause thee to err,
You see?
and destroy the way of thy path.
Right. So these women are causing you jakes out there to err, man,
Yeah,
and they're destroying the way of the path, man, because they don't have the truth.
At all.
You know, like we said, if Black Lives Matter,
Right.
if so-called Black Lives Matter, then why are they not telling you that you're the Israelites, man?
Right.
You know,
Right.
that's the main thing, man.
It's a whole agenda that they push.
Thank you.
You know.
Perfect example what you said. Remember that video that you put with was that for Good Times or whatever with the black woman?
Right.
The picture of
Right.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Remember that. She doesn't want to see the truth. She doesn't want to hear the truth. It's
Right.
whatever's pleasing to her. Whatever
Yep.
makes her feel good.
Come. Yeah, she rather worships Serapis Christos.
Yep.
You know?
Appreciate it real
Good
quick. This Job 39:17.
Come.
Because Yahweh Shemel Shah have deprived her of wisdom, neither have he imparted to her understanding.
Right, so this is getting into the woman, man. It's not talking about an ostrich, man. This is symbolic, man. Okay?
Right.
Yeah.
This is talking about the actual woman, man. Read it again.
Dummies out there.
Like dropped it. This is Job 39:17. It says, because Yahweh Shemel Shah have deprived her of wisdom.
The Lord has deprived the woman of wisdom, man. Go ahead.
Neither have he imparted to her understanding.
Neither have he imparted to her understanding.
So how's she gonna lead?
Come on, man.
Exactly.
Right. She's not dealing with true wisdom, and knowledge and understanding. She's dealing with the wisdom and understanding of this world, man, which is all wickedness and folly, man.
And plus, they you know, like when we were saying earlier, they lead off of their emotions. You know, pretty much, you know, these women who all in these protests and all that, they going off of emotion. They ain't going off of, you know, facts, especially when it comes to the scriptures. They ain't going off of that, man. You know, and it's easy for Esau to persuade their mind because they going off of their own emotions and their own understanding.
I heard that on it was this woman that's pretty much works in the medical field. She was getting on people that don't vaccinate their children because they pretty much saying that they're leaving their children open to all different types of diseases if they don't vaccinate their children, but not knowing that vaccination is actually meant to destroy us, man.
Yep.
You know, that's why they're pushing that on us with this whole COVID thing.
Absolutely. And plus, you know, the Lord, he pretty much created our bodies we have a defense mechanism built up against these so-called diseases and all that. But you got Esau pretty much coming out with these chemtrails and these GMO foods that's pretty much weakening our immune systems, man. So with them saying that, it's like at the end of the day, the Lord already had it set up, but Esau pretty much being the devil, he pretty much tried to make us weak and all that, just so he can, force these vaccines upon us so that he can try to take us out, man.
Depopulate.
And then I forgot too, they used damn nigga woman going all the way back from the 30s to the 70s of shooting Jake with the goddamn syphilis and shit or whatever.
That was
you know what I'm saying? You know, the skeety, yes, you like.
And they, I forgot the name of that so-called black woman that they had, but pretty much they want to make her the face of vaccinations.
Right. Kiz
McKee. Yeah.
I got a quick precept. Sirach 25:19. All wickedness is but little to the wickedness of a woman. Let the portion of a sinner fall upon her.
Damn.
You see?
Hey, self-explanatory.
So these jakes that these wicked ass jakes, they gonna fall right in with these women, man.
Yep.
You know, they're gonna be destroyed right along with them.
And guess what? The Lord already had it set up for them to fall into it, man, because they're a part of the 2/3.
Yeah.
Just like the priest said earlier, man. Somebody got to play that role.
Yeah.
That's right, bro.
The snare has been set up. Go ahead, Doc.
All right.
Isaiah chapter 3 verse 13.
Read the rest of that chapter too. Now that'd be all I had.
Okay. Isaiah 3:13. The Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai standeth up to plead.
Yep.
And standeth to judge the people. Verse 14. The Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai will enter into judgment with the ancients of his people and the princes thereof. For ye have eaten up the vineyard, the spoil of the poor is in your houses.
Right, you see, so judgment is going to fall upon these false prophets in Israel, man. That's including these whack ass black leaders, all right? These celebrities, these rappers, anybody that's of influence for you Jakes, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans. Hey, the Lord gonna judge you, man.
That's right.
You see what I'm saying? Because you're not telling our people the truth. You know, He said that. Read that one more time.
This is Isaiah chapter 3, verse 14. The Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai will enter into judgment with the ancients of his people.
Right, doesn't it tell you that it tells you that judgment is going to start at the house of Israel first?
That's right.
Beginning with the ancients of his people, the ones that know the truth.
Yep.
That's right.
You know, keep going.
And the princes thereof, for ye have eaten up the vineyard.
It says, for you have eaten of the vineyard. The vineyard is Israel, man.
Yeah.
Okay, keep going.
It says the spoil of the poor is in your houses.
The spoil of the poor is in your houses because you misguiding our people, man. Starting with these movements that we were getting on, Black Lives Matter, all of that shit, man. All of that's been set up to devour Jacob, man. Go ahead.
Isaiah 3 and 15. What mean ye that ye beat my people to pieces?
He said, what do you, basically the Lord said, what do you mean by beating my people to pieces, man? Because that's exactly what, going back to what, the Micah, the 3rd chapter, how these false prophets tear the skin off Jake.
Yep.
Putting Jake back into that dry bone state.
Right.
Basically, it's like, what are y'all getting out of this, man?
Yeah.
They getting them perks of Esau.
Come on, man.
You know, they getting them gifts, them goodies,
Yeah,
man.
lucre, man.
And pretty much they selling their people out.
Yeah,
man.
they selling them out.
It says Isaiah 3 and 15, what mean ye that ye beat my people to pieces and grind the faces of the poor, saith the Lord power of hosts.
Con.
Verse 16. Salakia. Moreover, the Lord Yahweh saith, because the daughters of Zion are haughty, and walk with stretched forth necks and wanton eyes, walking and mincing as they go.
Right, that's getting onto you Israelite women, man. You proud Israelite women that think that you're untouchable. Because little do you know, man, they're going to defund the police department, man. And that's going to happen on a nationwide scale.
And you see them setting it up.
They setting it up. So, like we always say, man, 911 ain't going to hold too much weight for too much longer, man.
Right.
All right? You're going to catch hell, man.
Oh,
because remember, the woman, she got to pay up, man.
Absolutely.
She has to pay up for the contribution in the destruction of the nation of Israel, man.
Especially the Israelite man.
Yeah,
come on, man.
Micah 75. Micah 75. I got a quick precept.
Go ahead.
Micah 3 and 2. Who hate the good and love the evil, who pluck off their skin from off them and their flesh from off their bones.
That's what these prophets, that's what these false prophets do, man. They pluck off the bones and the skin of our people, man. They put them back in that dry state, man, that dead state. You know? Keep going.
Micah 3 and 3. Who also eat the flesh of my people and flay their skin from off them.
They eat the flesh of my people, man. The Lord ain't talking about cannibalism. He's talking about how these false prophets spiritually destroy our people and keep the light from them, man. You know?
And they break their bones and chop them in pieces, as for the pot, and as flesh within the cauldron.
Right, in the cauldron, man. So here it is. These false prophets got them in a pot, just stewing, man. Just cooking them up, man. Putting them back in that dead state of mind, man.
And check it out. Verse 4.
Come.
Then shall they cry unto the Lord, Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah, but he will not hear them.
And what's happening right now?
Right.
Black Lives Matter. Jake crying out to the Heavenly Father, crying out to God, crying out to Esau who's oppressing him. The Lord said He ain't hearing you, man. Because all your works are abominable to Him, man.
That's right.
You know, you got so-called black people. You got transformers in there. You got sodomites in there.
Just a fucking
you know what I'm saying? You got Butch Dykes all up in there and shit. Bunch of weirdos and stuff. You got Edomites all up in there, man. The Lord ain't dealing with none of that shit, man.
He ain't dealing with none of that.
Come on, man. You Jakes are retarded, man.
That's right.
Go ahead.
He will even hide his face from them at that time. As they have behaved themselves ill in their doing.
You see that? And the Lord has hid His face for 2/3, man. The Lord ain't dealing with 2/3 of the nation of Israel. That's why they don't get it. That's why they in the protest, marching, crying, getting shot in the face by rubber bullets. You know, they don't get it. You know, this is not your fight, man. This is the Lord's fight. That's why the Lord said, "Therefore, ye wait upon Him," man. You know.
I had a precept because pretty much how we say these leaders are causing our people to err because they're pretty much leading our people unto idols, man. You know, because this whole Black Lives Matter. It has different idols that's associated with it. So I want to get this real quick. This is in the law. This is Exodus 23 and 32. It says, "Thou shalt make no covenant with them, nor with their gods. They shall not dwell in thy land, lest they make thee sin against me. For if thou serve their gods, it will surely be a snare to thee." Now I wanted to go into the Black Lives Matter thing, which is representation of Baal, Lucifer, and Molech. Somebody can put that up on the camera so you can see that. But that whole Black Lives Matter is in a whole different spirit because that's not dealing with Yahweh Shema Shah. Because really, you see how they're pushing towards that idolatry, man. Because the whole thing of Black Lives Matter is the Black Power Fist, man. You know, which is going back to Baal. They're taking a knee, which is them sacrificing, man. You know, so they're sacrificing unto these devils, these idols, man. You know, that's Esau setting them up for the okie doke, man.
Man, Esau threw that banana out there and Jake slipped all over that shit.
I got a quick one about the shop.
Oh man.
This is Romans 12 and 19. Dearly beloved, and anytime you see that beloved, you already know that's a message to the elect, man.
House of David.
House of David.
David is that which means beloved.
Right, that's right.
And that means the hopeful elect gonna get it. They're gonna understand as we allude with the scripture. Romans 12 and 19 it says, "Dearly beloved, avenge not yourselves, but rather give place unto wrath. For it is written, vengeance is mine. I will repay, saith the Lord.
So we're supposed to be marching with guns and machetes and stuff,
Exactly.
bro? Posting with guns and machetes. I
this is the
circumspect
Lord's
that is,
fight.
bro.
And see,
Right.
Jake do that because they think the Most High gave up on him, man.
Right.
Jake always brings up, Jake is in that spirit of O-Dog for Minister Society, where they think that the Most High doesn't care about him, man.
Right.
So they have no hope, they have no vision. So the best thing they can do is try to save themselves, but they can't do, man.
Right. But see, the majority of our people, 2/3 of Jake, they're in that mindset of thinking waiting on the Lord is weak.
Exactly.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Exactly.
When the Lord said, possess your patience within your soul, man.
You know
You know what I'm saying? You got to exercise discipline, man.
And
Right.
the scriptures
You know?
also say, woe unto you that have lost
Lost
patience.
patience.
Yeah,
Time.
yeah. And I got a quick precept. Malachi 1 and 2. I have loved you, saith the Lord, Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. Yet ye say, wherein hast thou loved us?
Exactly.
Oh, man.
And that's the spirit of Jake. Because
Because
Jake don't understand, well, why would God do this to his people?
Right.
Right.
The Lord ain't, the Lord don't love us. God, the Bible is a white man's book.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Give up on the Lord.
They just give up.
Baba Kashan, I have the precept with this. Just
you know,
show me that this the Lord warned you. This is Deuteronomy chapter 30, verse 15. It says, "See, I have set before thee this day life and good and death and evil. In that I will command thee this day to love the Lord thy power, to walk in his ways, and to keep his commandments and his statutes and his judgments, that thou mayest live and multiply.
God.
And the Lord thy
Oh,
power
man.
shall bless thee in the land whether thou goest to possess it. But if thine heart turn away, so that thou wilt not hear, but shall be drawn away and worship other gods and serve them, I denounce unto you this day, ye shall surely perish, and that ye shall not prolong your days upon the land, whether thou passest over Jordan to possess it. It says, I will call heaven and earth to record this day against you, that I have set before you life and death, blessing and cursing. Therefore choose life, that both thou and thy seed may live, that thou mayest love the Lord thy power, and that thou mayest obey his voice, and that thou mayest cleave unto him, for he is thy life, and in the length of thy days, that thou mayest dwell in the land which the Lord swore unto thy fathers, to Abraham, Isaac, and to Jacob to give them. So the Lord pretty much said it from the jump,
Right.
that if you follow my ways, you will have life and blessings.
Right.
And if you don't, you disobey my ways, you will have death and evil, man.
Right.
And
Right.
our people continue to choose death and evil. That's what they're being rewarded with, man.
Yeah.
And what they call themselves black. Black
Right.
means what? Death. It's
Yeah.
equivalent to death.
Void of
man.
light.
Yeah.
And
That
light
pretty
is the
much
word.
that go into the cursing, bro.
Right.
Deuteronomy 28:15 on
right.
down, man.
Right.
Because the Lord made that covenant with his people, the Israelites, you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, man. And when you pretty much with that covenant, it's pretty much like a contract. And once you break that contract, pretty much you're gonna have to reap the repercussions, man. And those repercussions of breaking that contract, that covenant, is the curses.
Yeah.
And pretty much what you see today, man. Hey, like the elder said earlier, man. Have you seen niggas lately, man? All that is a part of the cursing, man.
Right.
You know.
And what the priest, I'm the one was just reading, man. It was a whole lot about life and seed talking. So once again, how's Black Lives Matter when you got two lesbians? Because you can't bring life into the world with two women. You can't bring life into the world with two men.
That's
So
right.
that's totally contradiction against the doggone scripture. What they standing up against, man.
That's right.
You know.
All right. Romans 11 and 7. What then? Israel have not obtained that which he seeketh for.
Right, that's the majority of our people, man. They have not obtained what they seeking for, man. You know, because in some form or fashion, the majority of our people are trying to, seek out the truth,
Right.
but they don't got it, man. That's why they're involved with these movements, these religions, these philosophies. Anything that is not of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, basically.
Right.
Go ahead.
And then you know what? Just a quick, real quick statement. That's why you have especially like Jake, so-called entertainment world, whatnot, that juiced in any goddamn way, like Stephen A. Smith, those type niggas. Hey man, we need prominent so-called white men, Edomites, to go out there and start speaking up for black causes. Jerry Jones, you gotta speak up. Jerry Jones always speaking about this and that. Jerry Jones, them devils don't care nothing about you, man.
Right.
Esau don't care nothing about you, man. You know what I'm saying? About your
Hey,
cause,
they
man.
trusting their oppressors, man.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
that's it.
Always gotta include Esau, man. They ain't seeking Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, seeking goddamn Esau, man.
Right.
Romans 11 and 7. What then? Israel have not obtained that which he seeketh for, but the election have obtained it, and the rest were blinded.
Yeah, the election have obtained it, and the rest were blinded. That's just what it is, and you can see that being played out today, man. Okay, everybody, majority of Israel, all right, 2/3 are blinded from this truth, man. That's how the Lord set it up.
I'm gonna
Well,
go ahead and
all
read some
2/3.
more.
All the 2/3. All the 2/3. Salakia. You know? Go
I
ahead.
gotta read some more. Romans 11:8. According as it is written,
Yep.
Yahweh Shai have given them the spirit of slumber,
Yep.
eyes that they should not see, and ears that they should not hear unto this day.
Unto this day, man. That's why you got niggas protesting and marching and crying, all right, pleading to Esau and trying to seek justice from the system, okay? You niggas have been blinded to this very day, man.
And look, and next verse,
Man.
hey man, Paul about to quote King David, man, in Psalms, man.
Come.
All right, hey, Romans 11:9. And David saith, let their table be made a snare, and a trap, and a stumbling block, and a recompense unto them.
Right.
Black Lives Matter.
Yep. He prayed to the Heavenly Father that Israel, 2/3, the wicked Israelites wouldn't get this truth, man.
Yep.
You know? So that's it, man. It's only for the elect. Only the elect, okay, have the eyes to see. They have the eyesight to see through all of this shit, man.
Right.
That's just what it is, man.
Yeah.
So if you can't see, if you're offended by what we're saying, then most likely, hey, you're a 2/3, man.
Right.
All right, you're in darkness, man.
Right.
All right, like it tells you in Isaiah 60:2.
Right.
You know, the world dwelleth in gross darkness, and so do the people, man.
Yep.
You know, which that word darkness goes back to wickedness and ignorance, man.
Yep.
You see what I'm saying?
Done, bro.
So, you know, hey, we just wanted to bring that out, man. Lord willing, you know, this camp session was edifying, man. You know, like we said, that these black movements, all right, it was never about you in the first place, man. There was a bigger agenda to get, you know, rights for these damn, you know, abominations, man.
Right.
You know, and we're going to leave it like that, man. But we pray this lesson was edifying. We're going to close it out by saying, Call Allah, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Kakadash. All right, double honors to our elders and apostles of Great Millstone who taught us this truth.
That's right.
Double salutation to all you Akim out there worldwide, the house of David that's pushing his word with all truth, righteousness, and sincerity. Shalom to you, brothers.
Shalom.
Shalom.
Done, bro.
Con.